live with Dr. Umar.
How we doing there, beautiful? How we doing?
Look at me.
I love
I'm crazy. I just got done detangling, Dr. Umar.
natural. Where you at in the world, sister? Where you at?
I'm in Illinois, right outside of Chicago.
Town in the building where it all starts,
Yes.
Dr. Umar. What is your take, Queen, on 50-50 rule? Is it okay for men to ask you to meet them 50-50 in a relationship when it comes to the finances? And if you are okay with it, will you also demote him from being head of household because you're paying half?
You know what? I agree with the last lady that was up here, Dr. Umar. I feel like I'm still young, but
Your 20s, your 30s, what you at?
I'm in the 20s. I'm 23.
Okay.
You know, I want to say I'm young in term, but I'm in a relationship. So I try to help my boyfriend as much as I can, but I don't really believe in the 50-50. But right now, I'm not, married. So I help out when I can help out. I really do. But even still, I don't think that if he wasn't able to, like she said, I would still respect him as the man and honor him just like as the king, because he do the best he can now. To rest would be a beautiful thing too. I think that's a good thing. It's like, I feel like as a woman, you should work if you want to work. I would like to work when I want to work, but I don't know, with or without him, I just want to have my own. So,
And what do you feel about the women who say, if you can at least take care of 80% of the financial load of the family, you should be looking at marriage at all? What's the stand with that? The 80% rule.
80% is crazy, but I just feel like if you can't afford marriage, then, or like, marriage is more than just the finances. So like, it's just like a rounded thing. So getting the call, texting me and stuff, but I just feel like 80%, you shouldn't be getting married if you can't afford it. If your finances, like, if you're not secure both ways, woman and man, then maybe then rethinking it. But I feel like if you're like, let's build together, we both gonna work, we both gonna build up the relationship to get the life we want to live. Like, I respect that too. So I wouldn't judge a man or like say like, demote him or anything, like he's not the head or whatever, just because God say that the man is the head and you should honor men just like you should honor your queen. But I feel like my role as a wife or even as a girlfriend, just to respect my man,
Okay.
And I feel like men like that in the end too, just to get like that. It's like a reward when your queen comes to you and you providing and you playing your masculine role, she can play her feminine role, and then it's like that balance. Or at least that's what I'm learning. I'm learning that.
Powerful. Thank you for tapping in, beautiful.
Thank you, Dr. Umar.
All right,
I love
baby.
you so much. All right, be safe.
Who tapping in? The 50-50 rule or the 80% rule? Let me get a king. Nicole the Beast. Come up one time, Nicole the Beast. Nicole the Beast, come on up. Nicole the Beast, where you at? These crabs is a little... They gave me a bunch of cocaine crabs. Ain't got no meat in them. Somebody tap in. Somebody tap in. They gave me smoker crabs. These crabs don't be eating, they be smoking. Yo, Atlanta, what's up with the crabs? I wanted to order from Spine Divots, but I couldn't find them on the Uber Eats. Atlanta, what's up with your crab game? Ain't nobody tap in yet. There we go. Holistically, my eye. Going once. Holistically, my eye. How you doing, beautiful?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm well. Where you at in the world, sister?
Virginia.
What part?
In the middle of the country, Louisa.
Louisa, how far are you? Because I just came here from Richmond. How far are
Uh,
you?
35, 40 minutes.
Not too far. All right. You should have been with us for the Nat Turner celebration yesterday.
True.
So what's your take on this 50-50 rule, my queen? And what's your take on the 80% rule?
I don't personally think that 50-50 really works.
Why? Tell me why it doesn't work. So you saying even if she agreed to it, it still may not work out. Why?
Well, because especially if a man wants a traditional relationship, and most men, especially most black men, want a traditional relationship.
What
And
do you mean traditional?
they want to be the head of the household.
Okay.
They want to be the head of the household, and as they should be. So the 50-50 thing doesn't particularly work because there is no way that a woman can go to work, usually unless you're working for yourself, and then there's differences, because if you're both entrepreneurs, then there's a difference. But if your woman goes to work and she's working for a white man, and she's taking orders from somebody that's not you all day, and then has to do 40 hours a week and come home and cook and clean and do all her duties, that right there is not 50-50.
In other words, she can't go serve the white man and then come home and still treat you like a king.
I don't think she can. I don't.
Well, that's a good perspective. That's a very having to go serve another man takes away from her humility to serve you, because it's like, I'm out here I got to grind like you for the same white man, and then come home and you want me to be the humble, obedient queen, but you're not giving me the independence to do that.
Yeah. Now,
wow.
I think 50-50, but see, that's not even 50-50. Like, say I think that if a woman is going to work and be with a man, her job should be to work for him.
Mm-hmm.
They should have something going on, a hustle, something going on where she can pour into him, and then he can pour into her and the family.
So let me ask you, do you think it is unhealthy for black women to have to work at all if they have a husband and children?
No, I don't think it is unhealthy, because if you look at like our original culture, we always, we black women were we went to the market, we did this, we did that, but they were working for themselves. So if you can set yourself, if you can set yourselves up where you're working for each other, then I think that would work more than having to go out into this world and deal with all the issues of white supremacy and racism, and I think that in order to do that, you have to be a unit, and the best thing to do is for you guys to work together, start a business, do something like that.
Okay. And what is your take on the growing population of sisters who say, if you can't handle 80% of the financial load, why are you looking to get married at all?
I mean, I think I'm kind of, I'm almost 50. So I think that maybe, I think it's valid, but I don't know if it's valid for the times that we live in.
Valid, but not realistic?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I can look at my grandparents and see how their relationship worked, and they're still married. You know what I mean? Almost 100 and almost 90 years old.
Wow.
And so, but in this economy and in the Western civilization where you do need two incomes, that might not that you might be waiting a long time. You might never get that man that you really want.
Are you single?
Yes.
Why? And you're a beautiful woman. Why do you think you're still single?
Because I have there's certain things that I don't want to
Like
deal with.
what?
I value like loyalty and honesty and respect. I also like I, I'm not a fatherless daughter, so there's a certain way that you have to treat me in order for me to want to continue with you. And so sometimes it's just easier. It just seems like it's easier.
It's easier to be alone.
It is. It's especially, I'm not going to say the dating pool has pee in it. It has pee in it. And I don't want to swim with pee.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
And understandably, this may not pertain to you, but as a black woman who knows plenty black women, I'm wondering your thought. Why do so many black women oppose polygyny, plural marriage, but they will share a married man?
Because we're so far away from our original culture that it seems abhorrent to us to do something in the light of day that we naturally should be doing. To be honest, I think it has a lot to do with the Western form of Christianity. I actually don't think that there's anything wrong with polygyny. I myself, I think I would be. I don't want to. Yeah, like I could be a first or second wife.
Okay. Okay. What, and this will be my last question for you. Great information, by the way. What are two things that you think you and other black women are just absolutely tired of when it comes to black men your age? What are we doing that you wish we would stop? What are we not doing that you wish we should start? Like, what are you just have no patience for at this stage of your life when you're dating a man your age?
I think a lot of men make excuses to allow themselves to be mediocre.
Give me an example.
Like black man, is a prototype,
Mm-hmm.
and so I get it. I understand Western culture, and this country has like kind of like broken us as a people, but we are not mediocre.
Right.
Right. And when I say mediocre, I mean not having accountability. You know what I mean? Like I know that I don't not having a whole bunch of babies' moms, get the gaslighting, the telling you one thing but your actions do speak another. And so I think that in general, black women are exhausted by that. But I also know that as a black woman who loves and respects black men, I have to still have patience.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel that? Let me reword that. How do we address the fact that there's not enough able-bodied heterosexual men to go around? So because there's such an unequal distribution of the genders, a lot of black men may feel they don't have to take black women seriously because what one woman doesn't do, another one may do. What one woman doesn't put up with, another woman would. In other words, we're at an age right now, a stage, where even black men who have nothing going for themselves, nothing, can still give women their ass to kiss because they know it ain't too many of us. So you may not like what I'm presenting, but guess what? You may not likely find what you are looking for. How do you think we address that? Because the disproportionality of men to women, especially in our major cities, I think it feeds this. I think it feeds the problem, and it lends itself to why a lot of brothers don't have to take y'all seriously, because if you don't put up with what I'm giving you, there's 20 other ones who will.
I mean, and that's fine. Some people like to go to Costco. I prefer Whole Foods. Like you know what I mean? Like quality is quality, and sure, Karen or whoever will put up and do that, but like, quality is quality.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and to be honest, I also kind of think that a lot of this is a phase that black men need to go through.
Okay, what is a phase?
Like this whole like podcast hating black women, Becky does it better. I think it's a phase, and I think it started, I saw 10 years ago, it was the white movement, men going their own way, and that incel thing. I think that that has caught on to us. And I think that give it another generation, I see that a lot of these men in their 20s are really about quality. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
And you be like the Nigerian brother was saying, and also, to be honest, I think that black men or black women should branch out. I mean, there's a whole diaspora of black men that aren't from America.
Why do you think
Who
American African sisters don't particularly pursue continental Africans here in the States or even back home? I've heard sisters say, I'm not really attracted to the African immigrant brothers. Why do you think? Because they're very responsible. They come from a culture where a man is a man. Why do you think, sisters? Is it because those brothers tend to be more traditional, meaning I'm going to take care of you and you may not have to work, but it ain't going to be a whole bunch of, snapping your neck and going against what I say we're going to do in his home? Or do you think there's other reasons why sisters don't pursue the continental African brothers?
I think it's because I think it has to do with the same reason why black people don't farm anymore. We are a lot of people will look at it like a step back. Like we're I know as a American black person, we're kind of taught to disdain Africans.
Okay.
Right? We're kind of taught, the whole African booty scratcher, all that stuff. We're taught that that nothing really good comes from Africa, right? And so, yeah, we're just it's miseducation.
Oh,
It's miseducation.
okay. Thank you, Mama. Thank you for tapping in. Great commentary.
Thank you.
Appreciate you, sweetie.
Appreciate you too.
Let me go back to the alpha males. Where the alpha males at? Where the alpha males at? Let's go back to the alpha males.